Epic Gamers, how are we? So this is Instagram Live, however, I'm just gonna chat shit as normal. I've not premeditated anything, but let's just get to it. It's the first marijuana of the day, first pure marijuana. And, yeah, bro. So, hello, Keyparks, how are you? Oi, feel free to join if you want, by the way. Hi, Freddy Goff. How's it going, bro? Hello, Emily. Jeez, we got three man in here immediately. Yeah, Key, if you want to join the actual FaceTime, you haven't got to, of course. I ain't spoke to you in a while, but I just want to talk just randomly, like holistically about how's it going. Oh yeah, you got the check, hadn't you? I almost sent you a reel the other day. It was like Instagram sold 44 million of them fucking blue checks for I don't know how much. Do a backflip. You're such a dickhead. That little pistols in the chat, I always just lecture people on I'm like, did you know you can just like awaken and improve? Like, you know how like everyone is just the same for the most part. Not hate, I just mean like everyone's on sugar, everyone's smoking fags. Like everyone that I meet of that nature, which is basically everyone in this culture, I'm like, have you ever thought about like not poisoning your body and pursuing life instead of just sleepwalking through it? So I don't mean that. I don't think I'm being like a. I'm not calling you an NPC or anything. But I do it to everyone because I don't understand why people live the way they do. I mean, I do it as well. I'm not better than anyone. I'm not a fucking saint, but it's just the I don't like. It's just like come to the other side. That's how I put it. I'm like, I don't know. It's because all I see is everyone lives at 1% of their potential, literally, including me. But I'm getting there. I've been writing lyrics today. I've been doing a lot of housework and shit, uploading a lot of videos. Bedtime Zoot. That's right. Well, it's I still got a lot of shit I need to do actually today. A YouTuber called Psychedelic Actualization. If any of you are familiar with him, he's coming to my house tomorrow. He's not too massive. He's got like 5,000 subscribers ish, but he's cool. Key, you might know him. I done a podcast with him ages ago. So that would be Key Parks in the chat and Psychedelic Actualization. I've met through my YouTube and Katie. So I've met a few people, and this was somewhat the plan. Is I basically manifested, like, nobody in the flesh cares about what I care about, so I made my social media look as outlandishly psychedelic as humanly possible, so that and that's why I used my real name, etc., because I want somebody to find me and go, no, I ain't got backy in that. No, don't worry, bro. No, of course not. So, psychedelic breathing. Yesterday, I took 5 grams of Liberty Cap psilocybin magic mushrooms on an empty stomach for the most part. I set out after I got some sun, and I'd smoked a joint that morning of good quality stuff, the same as this, and then I'd also smoked a joint as I was ascending into the 5th dimension. I went to nature. I was grounding with my feet on the grass. So I was in this like pond, nature kind of eco place near my house. Hello, Katie. That's who I met as well through my YouTube. And she gifted me like a spiritual book and loads of crystals. So this YouTube has paid dividends for me. My social life, definitely, and that was the plan. But yeah, so I went into nature yesterday on 5 grams of shrooms. Did you grow and harvest that Rizzler yourself? I like that one. That's funny. You're quite funny, Emily. I can't lie. So yeah, and then I did do the breath work. So I done the Wim Hof while peaking on 5 grams of mushrooms, which is an outrageous dose for most people. But mushrooms, honestly, it's like I can't. The trips for me are only like maybe 4 or 5 hours at this point. Even if I take a crazy dose, like I literally have outdone mushrooms. I've done like over 110 trips. And it's just like I've just merged with them at this point. It's like I'm always... But I do take them like every 2 weeks, so fuck me. Anyway, I've done the breath work. And I completely forgot where I was. it was quite scary. So I hyperventilated full blast in nature while peaking on shrooms, and yeah, it just dissolved everything to the extent where like I knew where I was eventually, but there was a fallen tree that I was like leaning on for support, and like when I'm deep in the breath work, I'm like, what is this thing around me that I'm holding on to? And then I got some adrenaline because you just lose yourself. Yeah, and I done breath work not long ago. I was walking out of this pond. Hello, I can't remember. I don't know how to pronounce your name, by the way. Sorry. Is it literally Seth? Yeah, it makes your thoughts go away. So the breath work is a good psychological reset. Same with the cold showers. You use it to shock yourself into your body. What happens if you're on shrooms and a poor dog walker clocks you and calls the police, but you're in a brain pond? I think I know what you mean. Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, if people want to call the police because I'm breathing in nature, I should call the police for you drinking Red Bull, Emily, because I'm concerned about that's more dangerous than breathing. But that's the funny thing. People like I don't know. I've spoke a lot about how if I breathe in nature or meditate in nature, people are like queasy and think it's cringe, and they almost feel like they should be concerned. But if I'm on my phone, that's completely fine. But someone commented on that. My favourite one is when I'm just sat in nature and someone asks me if I'm okay. What are you doing, sir? I'm in the fifth dimension. How do you explain that to ignorant people arresting you? I was down I was the closest place I could get to nature. I like doing it around nature because the air quality is better. I was doing the Wim Hof on my break at work, and these like girls were down this alleyway that was kind of next to me. I was in a very kind of private bit, but they must have heard me because it's after you get really into it, it's literally like this. So they can hear that probably, and they said, "What are you doing?" And I said, I'm doing breath work. It's just some breathing technique that basically it's a spiritual breathing technique that makes you go to the fifth dimension. It makes everything vibrate and fall apart. And she just went, okay, and just left. Excuse me. We make the mucus move. Could have been in a shit job with a mortgage, 2 kids and a wife, but this is the life I choose. No cigarettes, no weed and no booze. Lock off the news, illuminate, cause we didn't come here to lose. If you smoke weed, don't blow that shit around me. Go over there, rude boy, I don't wanna twos. Raise the vibration, share my views, give indication, give them a few cute clues. Regeneration with some herbal brews. But yeah, anyway, big things coming, definitely, 100%, because I know I've realised my potential a lot recently, I swear. Like, I know I've done a lot in the past, but I've only done videos on a whim, like what you're witnessing now. And I will upload this to YouTube, by the way, and other things, like the podcast, etc. Because this is almost on par with my normal content. I just literally hit record and just chat shit for half an hour. And that's my basic form of content. That's all it's ever been. I am going to improve that. I am going to edit like all of my videos, so soon you'll see. I wrote a lyric when I was 16. What's the actual verse? It goes, well, ignore the first bit because it's necessary for the rhyme. Well, it goes, what was it? So let your ego die and start to analyse your life. The kind of shit that make you wanna drive off for the night. You're still rebuilding. Tried to meditate so I don't live for these limits. I will dedicate to renovate my whole image. Don't appreciate the extra lates I've been driven, and now I'm sleeping with my demons, digging deeper with them. So when I said, all I wanted to say is, I will dedicate to renovate my whole image. I said that, and then I'd done exactly that, and I'm actually like, and I'm gonna do it again. And I love change and transformation in a weird way, and I've noticed, and I've been like that for years. So it was weird, like, oh look who's come to join me, Emily. Can you discuss your views on how gyms literally marketize walking, etc.? Yo, that's pretty funny. Yeah, they literally sell you walking. Like, did you ever wanted to use your legs? Buy this subscription to use our walking machine. Yeah, what the fuck? Why do people run on a treadmill? I mean, I get it if it's at the gym, to be fair, but like, run in nature, innit? Or I see people sometimes running on the side of a busy road. I'm like, do you not want fresh air when you go for a run? Like, if I was running next to a main road, I'd want to run like as little as possible. I mean, breathe as little. Yes, this is a baby. When was the last time you saw the baby, Emily? But yeah, you're quite right. Gyms. I don't know. There's a lot you can do before you buy a gym membership with your health and fitness. My dad has this machine that you stand on and it vibrates and it's supposed to burn 600 cal in 10 minutes by shaking you. No, your dad is the exact person to buy one of them. That's as well. That's what I was actually listening to a lecture not long ago, and he was like, it was just about like, stop looking for fucking shortcuts. You can't buy a waistband that vibrates. It's not gonna make you fit, for fuck's sake. That's. You can't watch TV and get fit. It's just, look, the thing is, you'll get fit if your body needs to. But putting a fucking vibrating band around your waist or some dumb shit like that, that's not gonna push your body to need to evolve. Just use your fucking even if you I don't know, man. I don't know when I last saw the baby, because she doesn't live with Paige. Yeah, well, I mean, in a sense, like, I would probably, like, for free, I'd have one of them fucking vibrating thingies, just for the sake of it. Like, maybe it would work slightly. But there's all sorts of really cool devices you can get for your health. Like, I was hearing about one the other day that's of similar nature. It's like pads that is all over your body, and they pulse with a warm... It was on an Aubrey Marcus podcast as a sponsor. And basically it just regulates your muscles. It's like a massage costume, barely. It's just got warm pads that, like, pulse, and they just relieve stress. And I can understand how that could work. That ab machine is just shocks your abs, haha. Oh, yeah, I don't know, it's a bit mad. Cheryl's in the chat, I don't know if you noticed. Emily's in the chat, Cheryl. Sorry. I have to do that. It's literally, I'm not... The thing is, it's like, people are like, eeh! And I get it, obviously, don't do it on a podcast or whatever the fuck, but you have to... The mucus is toxic, and so everyone, like, when you get ill and you're pushing a lot of mucus out, like, because when you get a cold, you're purging toxins, and it comes in the form of mucus. So, like, drinking a lot of, like, dairy and cheese and sugar and that, it will when I eat fast food, I'm literally have got, like, so much mucus that I can expel. But you have to learn to kind of do it. I saw a thing on teleshopping that you put your feet on if you have a desk job, and it makes your feet move back and forth under the desk. Yeah, it's just... They try and sell you stuff they don't need, because they will if people are out there to buy it, like, you know what I mean? Everyone is looking for shortcuts, but basically none of them work. And, just, like, people need to just stop asking for life to be easy. Like, it's not necessarily meant to be. Like, and you can have fun. Like, uh, having it not be easy. Like, love from the universe. How's it going, broski? We need to have another talk soon on the live. You could join if you want. So love from the universe. I've done a live with him not long ago. He's been one of my dedicated followers for a long time, so I really appreciate your support, bro. In the forest, gonna take some hits of a bong. Fair play. I imagine I thought I was completely out of marijuana, and I literally found a gram just hanging about in a pocket of an old jumper, and I was like, it's not even old. Like I lost. I don't know how long it's been lost, but that is very rare. So, well, yeah. If you want to join, you can do. I'm happy to talk about whatever the fuck. I'll just be talking about random shit, really. But I will upload it to YouTube and that, so it's not like an investment of. It is an investment somewhat. And Love from the Universe has his own YouTube channel as well. So yeah, some of my favourite stuff to do is to smoke a lot of high quality weed, which is medicine if you know. It depends. And then I do a lot of breath work. 4G giving you deadly vibrations using signal from phone towers. Yeah. So even someone who's running for president talks about the internet. I can't remember. He's called like JFK Jr. or some shit, like Robert F. Kennedy or something. RFK is one of. It's in the same lineage as that fucking president that got assassinated or whatever. But yeah, so basically, yeah, it's intuitive. So Emily, I told you about this actually. I said to you earlier in a message, turn the internet off and stuff. Like, a lot of people are struggling. Hello Zephy369, I followed you recently, I think. I can't remember why, but how's it going? It's because you got 369 in your name, so how can I not? Maybe I should do that on mine, because I'll get more traction, probably. That's exactly why I followed you. So yeah, intuitively, yeah, I don't think the radiation and stuff is very great. You don't sleep next to your phone, like right next to you. Like, there's actually a lot of research. It's called EMF radiation, I believe, or EM radiation, and it causes aneurysms. Mr. Traumatic said. Love from the Universe is trying to join, but it looks like his internet is very awful. Yo, broco. You're using the internet now, though. That's why I ask on your thoughts. Yeah, so I mean, I think about it. Before I actually made this, I am thinking. I do not have my phone in my... If I find out that my phone has been on my pocket for about 20 minutes and it's connected to 4G and it's just stationary in my pocket, I'll get pissed off. And I'll go, you idiot, bruv. You should have fucking kept that on airplane, man. I'll keep my phone on lockdown when I ain't using it. And but to an extent, I might have a podcast on if I'm, but I don't want I've actually felt it burn me before. I'm pretty sure. I don't really know. Like, I don't think it was the same as, like when the phones. Maybe I'm just chatting shit. Hi, Jack Robbins. Good to see you're still about. Yeah, okay. We'll see, bro. It's unfortunate you couldn't join though. I was looking forward. But like I had the phone on my leg, and at some point it just got really, really hot, and it burned me. But it wasn't actually hot when I picked it back up. It was like it was on my leg for so long, or something, that it like eventually it was like ow. But I don't. That sounds stupid, right? But it was on my skin. Hello, Jack, bro. How's it popping? But yeah, it's a bit mad. But yeah, I mean, so why is it? Tell me. Well, I don't know. Emily told me why you wouldn't take mushrooms. To be fair, but it's literally the missing link. I don't know why no one actually ever listens to me. That's the thing. I can go, oh, did you know you can go to the fifth dimension if you do this breathing technique? And people are just like, okay, I'm not doing it. I have something for you, Baron, for your phone and EMF. I'll bring it when I come over next. What a legend. So this is your love language is gift. But I bet it's one of them stickers, isn't it? I'll be well happy. There's loads of so much cool shit to buy, especially with the spiritual kind of like Wim Hof and Russell Brand are in the UK throwing a festival called Community by Russell Brand, I believe. My friend is at it, who I met through YouTube again. It looks amazing. I'll send some videos into the group chat on Instagram. I'll add my friend who went there as well. I'm sure he'll join. Emily, do you want to join? There's a group chat that's just titled OXSN, and it's basically full of everyone who's here right now, and they just send things of similar nature. Anyone who wants to join that, I just send some of my favorite reels. People just send, they just share content in there. So, but it's mainly like kind of spiritually orientated. But yeah, I can't wait to build and work so much harder on all my stuff here. Life is a long journey, I realised, and we're all really at the beginning. A lot of us. I don't know how old some of you are. I wouldn't take mushrooms because when I smoke weed, I turn into a disabled sloth. So I know mushrooms would kill me off. The weed isn't going to benefit you if you're not taking care of your body and your mind. That's kind of true. If you smoke weed and you eat bare sugar, it just fucks you up. But if you smoke weed and do breath work on an empty stomach by the lake, then you go to the fifth dimension. You're a Dree. I'm an output. Oh, it wasn't Co. It was that. Yeah. I'm out. Peace. Big up, bro. And yeah, I'll be down to chat. How do I join? There's a plus camera at the bottom, or can I invite you? You have no request. So right next to the chat, there's like a plus in a box. Erin Mitchell, Lugrax. I don't know how to pronounce you, to be fair, but I know who you are. I really appreciate you sticking around. But anyone could join, yeah, if you want to discuss whatever the fuck. But I'll probably upload it to YouTube afterwards, so you can be featured before I'm mega famous. Excuse. But yeah, so mushrooms, yeah, I don't know, they're literally just psychosis. I was walking around in nature yesterday while I was on the 5 grams, and I was just on a flat like woodland with loads of trees around me, and I just walk past a tree, and I walk past the next one, and it's the same, but it's not the fucking same. It's like vibrating energy with like a magnetic field around it, and it's like you can't believe the present moment. And when I'd done it, I fucking knew it when it started happening. I was like, I knew it. I've hit the mainframe once again, because I'd been fasting on organic fruit for like a week. I still don't know how you get away with mushrooms in public with dog walkers. Well, I mean, but it's only because I'm a fucking veteran. When I first done it, I literally lost the plot like twice, like completely. I had 2 trips where I literally got locked in the hell spirals. Like, I knew I had to kill myself. I didn't know where I was. The whole room was grey and shit. Like, there was no color. Everything was just like spiraling, and like it was like I was fucking in the middle of loads of mirrors and shit. Like, there was mirrors everywhere. Kind of like the way all of the visuals echoed into themselves and just went back into a void, and all of the ceiling and the door and the floor, it wasn't straight anymore. Everything was fucking bent as fuck. It was all warped as loads. And then it happened on two separate occasions, and then you just get up and you're just shaking and you just cannot believe what's happened. And when that happens, you don't ever come back from that. It's like it's like you had no idea reality could ever do that. Like, it doesn't matter what happened. You took the mushroom, whatever. I don't care what I took. What happened to me in my experience is you literally get trapped in like pure psychosis of like death, and I literally became like the roots and the leaves, and I was literally mountain, and like I knew that I was dead as far as I was aware, because I remember. And I just started rapping and singing like all these lyrics that just started pouring out on my subconscious. And the TV was playing videos the whole time, music videos from my playlist, but I didn't want it to. I didn't even know it was really there, but I just have faint memories of videos that I know, except they were literally like made out of liquid and just like bleeding out of the TV. All right, Love from the Galaxy. It's not fun, but my bad trips were the most important to me. Yeah, yeah. I'm happy that that happened because I I literally went off the edge full blast, and if had I not of uh, uh, had that not have happened, I don't think I would be so passionate about. Like Emily, you said I was passionate. Hello, Love from the Galaxy. How are you, bro?
Can you hear me now, maybe?
I can hear you, broski. How's it going?
No, going to a forest to just smoke my bong. Because when
Is it? Is it a public forest in the middle of the night?
I don't know what this is. I mean, when there is a big city, we are like a public park. But this forest specifically, almost no people go here, except no when they collect mushrooms and blueberries. But I go pretty far deep, so currently there aren't any. I'm totally alone.
Okay. I'll be scattered a bit if I was out there with a torch, but I mean, I done that when I was like 16. I literally walked through the forest in the dark with a torch in silence, just because it would make me scat, and it did. I've done it a few times. It's not my
I
favorite.
sleep in the forest, but in the middle of the woods. I will show a moment.
Hold on.
I'm
Let me read
almost.
this comment.
Actually, there is an oak tree that a person has committed suicide years ago, I was told.
Who did?
A neighbor.
Oh, well, in this forest.
Yes, yes, and I know a specific tree.
Oh, that's
Oh,
that's good. Then. That's
so
unfortunate. Let me. Oh, hold on. Let me read this comment. Emily said, and listen to this, Love in the Galaxy. You'll know. Tell me what you think of this. So, she says, you know that theory that you only use 10% of your brain, like subconscious makes your blood pump automatically, etc. How much brain do you think you can access with mushrooms? So, if you actually look at the brain scans, it's exactly what you're talking about. So you hit the nail on the head. It seems so. This is the way I say it. Imagine you had a circle. This represents the brain, and within this circle there were 100 separate dots that were not connected. Imagine if you connected 10% of them dots to 10% of the other dots. You would have a fraction of the dots interconnected. When you're on psychedelics, the brain scan is that, except every dot is like infinitely connected to every other dot, and that is why it can fucking burst the mainframe. But yeah, what do you think about that, Love from the Galaxy? If you want to say anything about that.
with a brain thing, I mean, this brain is like a mushroom. There's so many different ways you can use it, and it's like the neurons. It's like it can grow in any way you will program it. So you can program it in a very bad way, like when people like become schizophrenic or something. You can program it in many different ways, like that. With those mushrooms especially. And all hippie told me when he knows some people will go to like retreats in the Amazon, and as a shaman told, basically after those ayahuasca ceremonies, there is this period of time where your brain, you need to be really careful what you put into your brain, like, you know, because it will basically reprogram itself. And as you said, if you reprogram your brain in a bad way, then you're fucked. So it's like if you take a huge psychedelic trip, but you don't have a nice place where you can interrogate your experience in a beneficial way, then it can really not be nice. So you can manifest some illness even. Like that's literally like people get paranoid.
When you say, I think I know what you mean. It's all to do with setting in diet and how you take it, where you take it, who you're with, and how you're feeling, etc. But when you say program, like, What do you mean by like program? Like how you're feeling before, or what you can like manifest
Programs
it
is
to be?
basically like a computer. How you what kind of programs, what kind of ideas are you going to be putting
Yeah,
into your brain, basically?
yeah. I
Yeah.
think you're gonna have some bong, are you?
Yes, but I'm not gonna show it too much on this phone, but it might. Just a little bit. When I'm talking, I only can have a little bit because I smoke, and when I just don't talk with anyone when I take bigger amounts of herbs.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Do what you please. I mean, I'll just you could just remain, and I'll just chat my shit, or who knows.
Yes,
But
yes, 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 yes. I will see how it goes. Moment one.
yeah, come on. I'm gonna hell of spiritual smoke up in the how's it going, Ryan Saunders, bro? Come on, Ryan, let's have some information about the new album. Everyone check out in the chat, he's just joined. I am Ryan Saunders. Leave this live and go fucking check out his music. He's been on the live a few times. They're on YouTube if you want to check them, or on Rumble. Um, he's got a new album coming out called, I believe is it In Defense of Dark Arts or In Defense of Dark Arts? Something of that nature. He's a spiritual rapper. He's done music with Inspector Edge. He produces and engineers everything, every like speck of the song from basically the ground up. Like, well, not for the basically. He knows how to produce. He's been doing this shit like forever. So check him out. You better still be in the fucking chat, bro. He's not even in here. He left. What a dickhead. I just gave him a shout.
Many different spiritual artists, very good, very important. What kind of music you listen to? It programs the brain very much.
Yeah.
But it's was really nice spiritual artist from Sweden and stuff. Yeah. Many awesome people in the world.
Most of my. Hold on. Emily says, okay, so you use the term spiritual, but is there an actual spirit, like a deity you believe in? No, like that's what my dad said. He's like, people are like, spiritual? What? You see spirits? Some people believe in different gods and all that, but would you call this religious? No, I believe that, and I believe that Love from the Galaxy would agree that spirituality is essentially the opposite of religion. It's basically anti-belief. You don't believe, you go like right to the core, and that's what spiritual awakening is. It's like meditation is all about focusing on sense perception. That is the opposite of belief. So spirituality, do I believe in it? No, not really, not necessarily, maybe, but not really. Not. It's called truth. But yeah, what you saying? Love from the Galaxy Zone.
Now I just went to sit on this one. I didn't really say too much.
Okay.
It's spirituality itself. I mean, there are many different concepts of how things are, but in reality, there are no words, there are no concepts. There is like looking into a tree, like it doesn't need anything to express its love to God. It's already so beautiful. It's already just miracle creation, basically.
That's what a lot of it is. I see miracles in everything. The beauty that I see every day is fucking off the charts, and people don't. I didn't used to see it.
Beauty. I mean, maybe a brain. I feel at times I feel pretty overwhelmed by everything. So
That's what
maybe
I'm
it's
on.
even like I go sometimes to live with my mom in that city at times, but it's pretty rare. And I do enjoy that city a bit, to be honest. The simplicity in a way. To see the humans, like I enjoy both a Babylon and both a forest. Like sometimes too much of a Babylon is too bad, sometimes too much of a forest. But the key is in your heart. It's all right here and now, basically. And it's also simple in a way. We just need to find the peace within our hearts, basically. And when everything just is good, no matter where you are, beauty is everywhere. It's already within you. This beautiful mechanism of this body. That's all currently I can say.
I'll read this comment. Emily says, "What the line between religion and nihilism? Because you don't describe it as an atheist view. What's the line between religion and nihilism? Because you don't describe it as an atheist is basically the same as religion. You're still believing shit that you. I mean, it's not really, but atheist is still dogmatic, and dogmatic means that you're like a fundamentalist where you just you're like so hard, like people who are like really take heavy stances politically, and they're not like open-minded or nuanced or nothing. That's kind of dogmatic. It's just just take shit on like a like anyone can tell. If you were if I went into a cult and believed everything he said, that's like dogmatic. Like I just take it all on, and I'm just not. But nihilism is well, to be fair, nihilism. I don't know if we're very clear on the definition of nihilism. I remember I've listened to like a. It's funny. I've listened to like a 2-hour lecture twice by that bald cunt Leo Gura that I sent you earlier on nihilism. But it goes very deep because most people's idea of nihilism is not really what nihilism is. Even though I've listened to it like twice, I still can't remember like the full conclusion. But I probably could if I really tried. But nihilism is it's not inherently negative, I don't believe. But I don't really know if I understand your question super much. Like I don't know what to say really.
Nihilism can be beautiful in a way when people stop caring about everything so much. There is this harmony where when you don't care about anything at all and it's nihilistic and stuff, as we could describe it. And when there can be this liberation from all the material suffering, because some people find this kind of way of freeing themselves through nihilistic points, to not get too attached to the material, especially when we go through some traumatic events and we experience how easy it is to lose all the material stuff, and that makes them depressed, and when we become nihilistic, and nihilism frees them because they don't care about anything anymore. And when people, it's like that. There's always, and like you see, there's so many different animals, so many different beings in the world, and the brain, the way it's like the neurons are, what kind of painting it is basically, what kind of growth it is, the brain, and the way people perceive the world is so unique and so different to different stuff. Like for us, what feels normal, for me that feels normal to smoke a bong, for someone will feel totally not nice, and it's like that, and it goes very deep and very light, and in all directions. Every single experience, every single human is it has its own way, and it's understandable by him.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I do get
I
you.
really
Yeah,
like
I know what you mean.
the idea omnism. Have you heard of omnism, basically?
Omnism. I don't believe so. No.
Yes, it's omnism. It's basically this idea that it's basically all religions are one, and stuff like that. Every single religion,
Sorry.
all religions are one, basically. But
Oh,
every single point of view teaches something, and the key is to just take from all the different religions and stuff, and that's how you find peace and truth. But I remember when I was getting into spirituality, I mean religion in first. When I was a lot younger, it just happened that way, and I was like reading the Bible and stuff. No one forced me. I just started believing, and I was like 10, 11, so much in Jesus Christ, and my God, and where I really had this firm beliefs. Like I found my grounding to be in the scriptures, and I got like so like dogmatic and fundamentalistic. Like everything that goes against the Bible is bullshit. Basically, basically only this kind of interpretation of the Bible is correct. The New Day baptism and stuff, New Day Adventism.
yeah, but it's you
Only this
get
kind of
lost.
yeah. But
Sorry, go on. Yeah, I didn't mean to
some
cut you off.
some people do find their peace like that, and it's better when we find peace through always. But in the end, I think this whole universe is just one. In the end, it's all just one creation. So everything, and God is definitely not gonna be judging you for what religion you are. It's gonna be just showing the karma and stuff, just the way how you treat other people and stuff, and how much love you put into into a world. That's the judgment, that you will get through life as karma.
I think something important, like with the question that Emily was asking earlier with the religion as well. that I kind of missed is that religion is, again, like just like the definition of nihilism is not what people think. Religion has got many layers to it. Like there's corrupt religion, and then there's like what religion used to be, what religion was trying to say. Someone who who rewrit the Bible and then fucking mistranslated it. Like there's religion, a lot of religions. Yeah, so I know Russell Brand thinks of all religions pointing essentially to the same thing, and most people do. That is, it's quite you. If you get familiar with spirituality, you become quickly familiar that yeah, it seems like like all the religions have a piece of the puzzle, but they're all pointing towards the same thing, and they use like stories as metaphors. Like a lot of it isn't supposed to be taken literally. But I'm gonna read some of these comments quick. Right, Emily said, nihilists don't believe in any kind of meaning or moral to life, and they reject the idea of deities and basically live in a world. And fucking hell. And basically believe the world we live in is that's societally fabricated and not to obey the norms. I don't know if that's an accurate definition. Sorry, I'm so shit at reading. I'm not actually normally, but I don't know what the fuck. Because they believe them to be meaningless and the product of brainwashing, it can be a freeing view, but also breed. Yeah. I mean, I should have fucking kept up with them. Hold on, there's quite a few comments. To take a word by definition, verbatim, of course, makes it seem vague. When religions and a lack of religion is a spectrum. I don't know. I don't know if I'm just being thick, but I cannot understand that message. Maybe it's just a. Oh, right, I get you. To take a word by definition, verbatim. I don't know. Verbatim. It mean it means word for word. Oh right, yeah, okay, that's cool, fair enough. I'd never heard that. That, that was quite a trudgel. Why can't I can't even fucking speak at the minute, bro. A lot of it is weed, I swear. I was reflected. I've done a podcast. Hello, Odin. I done a podcast fucking on crystals. I was listening back to it after I had a joint. My speech is so much worse when I'm. It depends, not always, but often when I've had a joint, I'm a lot like more like low vibration to talk. Fuck.
Yeah, that's when the herb can start feeling weird to some people when we do it in an environment where it makes you feel weird, but experimentation is tricky. Like sometimes depends, and it also depends. Is the herb sprayed with some nonsense? You know, like well,
Yeah.
like if it's sprayed, it's a totally different thing, man, because it affects your system, the body, the everything totally differently. You know? And I shave my head, and there's so many mosquitoes around me. When I had long hair, I didn't get this problem. They didn't attack me that much. Yeah, holy.
The weed is quite. It depends. Weed can really take you on a journey. To be fair, like it is powerful stuff, but I don't know if there are ups and downs to it. But again, it depends. I think a lot on your diet. Like I ate fucking white bread a second ago, so that's probably not Alpin. You know what I mean? It's literally got rapeseed oil. For fuck's sake.
Yes.
So
I didn't even plan to do like someday, maybe soon, like a few months break from like it's like 3 months with nothing at all, with just clean head and just doing breathworks every single day. And I really feel, especially when I smoke the herb, I really feel like I should do this type of break from it and from all the herbs and just learn to make my own alkaline medicine. to breath work, like for 3 months, so that my brain can clear out and then I can experience the herb in a bit of a different way.
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, I think
Yeah, definitely.
the longest I quit weed for was fucking 6 months, and I haven't even really done. When you say herbs, do you mean like the healing herbs, like that you drink and shit, or you
Uh,
just talk about only weed as well?
I only smoke the herb right currently.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
alcohol I didn't touch almost at all for like a month. No, since my last time. Maybe in a sauna I had like a one beer, but that's all. Nothing too like binge drinking. I don't do that stuff. It's really killing for the body. Like, my God, the feeling I had after drinking for 5 days non-stop every single day. So now it's like my hands were shaking so much. I was like, walking out, how can I do this to myself? And so Maria, alcohol destroys your brain. You become very paranoid from it. It's nothing cool.
How is your journey of healing from alcohol abuse? How is that going? How are you feeling these days? Do you feel a lot better?
Yeah, I do. I am in the moment, actually, just in the moment more. I don't really even conceptualize too much about the stuff that once it happened. I'm just literally in the moment reading many stuff. Every single moment is as blissful as it was. It's all only in the moment. That's the philosophy. When I was drinking, it was very easy to drink because my philosophy was like I was saying, well, every single time it's going to be my last. They know I wasn't really thinking it will go so deep, but sometimes stuff happens
That's
like
what we
that.
said
Oof.
last time, though. Is like
Yeah,
you always it's like a trap of like saying that you'll quit later, and then before you know it, you're just in a really bad situation. Like it just like it's like you just wake up one day and you're like, what the fuck is my life?
it's not fun at all, but that's what happens, especially when you're like lazy a lot. Like before that abuse, I would like at least I had this moment I was like 13, and I would every single day in winter, I would like almost every single day for some time, I would do like 3 Wim Hof breathings, and then I would jump into ice baths and stuff in the morning and stuff. Oh, it was beautiful times. No, but where was that alcohol? Where was that? No, and poof. No, but nothing bad. I must say it was very blissful, and I'm pretty lucky actually. There were a few times I almost died from it, but I'm alive and I'm good. Like one time I was 14 and I found some whiskey, but I don't think it's an interesting story. Just I almost ended up breaking into a lake, like when it's like on ice and stuff, but still not
Oh,
thick.
that's not good. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, no,
Alcohol. It
it,
seems like alcohol wants to kill people. Like it wants to
yeah, it's not
destroy
really.
you.
Did you not get any like major withdrawals, or did you just have an awakening and go fuck this?
I
Like,
mean, it's just like the big awakening happened many times. Like I was younger, but the awakening from alcoholism, yeah. I mean, I always knew I need to do this, like somewhere in my mind, but like it just was drink a habit away, and then I just started. Well, that time I really had like this awakening. That was pretty scary. Yeah, after that, like if I heard you showing me, I don't want to. States, and if I want to smoke herbs and use plants, when I need to have my body healthy and with no alcohol, because otherwise these plants and herbs will mess my mind. That was the message from my herb, basically.
yeah, it's just like it's not even. Everyone knows that it's just a load of shit, and spirituality is often about having a pure, like, just like I feel like it's also in a lot of ways. It doesn't have to be if you're fucking Ramana Maharshi, but it's interwoven with personal development. Like it's good to be healthy and to grow. Don't just be metaphysical and just fucking drink poison all day because Red Bull is shit. All that shit is still poison, but do what you want. The air we breathe is poison, but harm reduction is cool. There's many different paths. There is many different paths.
Shall we get down, Noon? Come on. Oh. Alright, I'm going inside, but I will stay. I've got to clean up. Do you know who psychedelic actualization is?
Psychedelic actualization is a channel.
Yeah, guess what?
I watched his videos like from 2 years ago. He's like tripping on
Yeah, I've done a
different
podcast with
DMTs.
him, yeah, but
Yes,
he's coming
I
to my
see.
house tomorrow.
Oh, wow, it's so cool actually to hear.
And that's what
I
I mean, I'm
think
meeting so many
I
people
think
through
I
YouTube
seen
now.
I think I seen a few videos or posts of him when he is in some around Europe around some sort of conferences.
Around from what?
Conferences about psychedelics.
Yeah,
Conferences about psychedelics.
yeah. He's done. Yeah, he's done quite a bit of stuff. He's been to a lot of ayahuasca ceremonies and stuff. I reckon. I don't know how it's going to go. Obviously, it'll be good to meet him. But I think hopefully, if he's up for it, we'll do like a lot of content, maybe, or like just a podcast at least. We'll probably do like a good like 2 hour conversation. It'll be good, man. I know he's on it, man. He's cool. But, let
Interesting
me,
stuff.
how
Interesting
do I,
stuff, definitely to listen.
hold on. Emily said, I'm interested in this kind of thing, but it seems obsolete because we can't change the average lifespan being 90 years old or something. What do you mean? Yeah, I mean, oh, right, I get it. No, I don't know. Yeah, but who's to say you can't, like, you know what I mean? I don't really know what your point is on that, to be fair, but I don't really know what the fuck, how that's relevant. But, yeah.
People can live for 90 years, people can live for 100, maybe even more, but also people live for 50 and we have a lot of experiences, like aging away just goes so fast. But I think through some, like, if you free yourself from cleanse yourself from a mucus and stuff, maybe you can live for long.
Yeah, I mean, it's better to just be healthy anyway. I'd rather be pure in my vessel just so I feel good because I'm wise enough to understand now that over time I realize that sugar is just not a fucking, it just doesn't, you can't fucking go on that stuff. It literally makes you depressed, so I can't do it. It's not a good option. I need like good energy because it's hard in the world and I can't be fucking running on piss fumes. So it's just not an option. I mean, it doesn't work. I've tried it. I can't drink Red Bull all the time
Yeah.
because it makes me feel horrible. What was we fucking? Oh yeah, talking about lifespan. I think it reminded me yesterday. Yeah, it was. I was on obviously. I was at the end of the trip basically on these 5G. As far as I was aware, I'd basically come down for the most part. I was going through Instagram Reels because I think the spiritual Instagram Reels are actually quite they're good sometimes. They make they tell you a lot of what you want to hear in a way. Like it gets you on track. I like some of the reels. It's not like, but I don't. Obviously, it's a trap. So don't get caught in it. But that's not what I'm gonna. But one of the reels anyway. Fucking. It was on about how like life does not last forever, and that's the thing that makes it special. Like the idea that you are not gonna exist. But then I thought about it while I was on the shrooms, and I got like caught in this thought, and I was like, imagine if it, because it was on about like one day you'll eat your last meal, or like you'll hug your mate for the last time. And that, like, no, obviously I know that, but what this time it literally tripped me out for a minute, and it literally made me fucking cry while I was on shrooms. For like, I wasn't like sad. It was just weird to realize that, like, everything is gonna leave or something. Like, obviously I might not die. Maybe I'll come back in a different form, but it's like, it's weird to think that like you'll fucking, you know what I mean? You'll go out for the last time or some shit, don't you think? Like, I even had a trip ages ago about that, and it's kind of the same. There's a lot of
insights around contemplating death. It's quite cool, actually. There's a lot in there.
No, I had with like astral projection experiences where it's definitely life. Yeah, it's the soul leaves the body, and I know a person who is an old person that I met through my father, who has been into spirituality for a very long time, but he is very like against psychedelics and stuff because he had friends that died from it, as he said. But he said that he managed to one time, like that was in the 80s or something, or maybe the 70s. You know, he managed to stop his heartbeat through some sort of methods, and he just he experienced as astral projection. He said, and the thing that was most convincing for me when he talked to us, he said he's seen his future. He's seen things that later on really happened in his life, like 10, 20 years ago and stuff. He said how to say in English, he's seen all of this stuff. No, I,
Yeah. You think he's seen things about like death and shit? Like when you say his future potentially, like not that. I guess someone said death is. Oh, what the fuck happened? Hold on. There's loads of comments as well. Fucking hell, there's a lot of comments. How to escape the normal way of living when you're going to be charged council tax against your will and all that. The law is in the way. No one wants a desk job, but it's got to happen sometimes. For me, it's more like with the air and stuff. We don't get a choice there, but we can choose the stuff we consume. I feel like having a happy life when you're healthy. It's more important. Yeah, it is. Like, healthy is just like happy for me because I don't like, I really dislike eating bad food because it just like, when I started to fast, I was like, bro, the idea of not tracking like every bit of food that you put in you is mad. Like, because I started like, I it, you like come to know like each different plant in such a like an intimate way in a sense, and I mean because it's all you're eating, and you feel you're so conscious of like the energy that it gives you, like each plant. When you become more conscious and like bodily aware. I love that it's a personal thing rather than trying to fix the world. Like you're doing it because it makes you feel good, not for the revelation in the normalized way of life. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It just makes you. It's just wise. Like the reason there was a fucking lockdown and stuff is because everyone's eating poison. Like, I mean, that's not why there was a lockdown, but that's why there's supposedly a pandemic and shit. Is because if you're not healthy, then you'll get ill and die. How thick are you, bro? Not you, but because the normalized way of life was engineered to make it hard to escape capitalism and all that cages people regardless of views. Well, yeah, they just want you in a grid where they know, and that's where you get kind of, I don't know. There's a lot of nuances to it. It's like it's just you're so trackable, and there's nowhere to go. And you're like perfectly like there's nowhere to hide anywhere because everything is like being like terraformed, so you're literally in a fucking zoo with fucking GPSs everywhere, and then